Hello, Stephen White, Steve Arts 89. Well, the Joker just keeps making money. And this is not a surprise. For the last 4 weeks, 3 weeks, he's been making money, and he's been making a lot of money. He kicked Maleficent's butt. And Disney's not happy because they spent a lot of money on that movie and it hasn't made much money, so it's basically bombing. Whereas the Joker, which reportedly cost 50 to 55 million, is making bank. Now, something I didn't think of, because I didn't think too much about this when I was making my videos and that, um, everyone's comparing how much is it making versus other films, how much is it making versus Endgame, how much is it making versus Captain Marvel, how much is it making versus Deadpool. And that's all very interesting to do those comparisons and say it's making almost as much money. But the difference is profit. And other people have made articles about this and it's brought my attention to it, obviously. The film costs less money, so it's going to make more profit, even if it doesn't make as much money. Endgame, or maybe Infinity War, I think they were talking about, it only made 500 million. It made billions, but profit-wise, it only made 500 million. Now, the Joker is already sitting on about, I think, 420 million in profit, and they're estimating it's going to end up around 465, something like that. So close to 500 in profit for a film that cost 50 million. Now, I think Endgame and Infinity War, films like that, they cost like 500 million to make. So it's not surprising. And I mean, when you look at comparisons, and these are all comparisons other people pointed out, Black Panther made, where is it? 476 million profit. Wonder Woman, which made 821 million, only made 252 million profit because of how much it cost. And that's basically the pattern. If you spend 400 or 500 million on a film, even if it makes a billion, you're only going to make 3 or 4 or 500 million. So these big films, these big billion-dollar films, are not as profitable as you would think. Whereas a smaller film, a fluke like the Joker, is going to make more profit. And that's what the studios should be caring about, and I'm pretty sure is what they care more about is the profit, because there's a lot of films that have made a lot of money that cost a lot. Like, now, one bomb recently was Solo. It made about 500 million or something, about 400 or 500 million, but it cost about 300 million. So I think they pretty much lost money on it. Star Trek Beyond, which I love Star Trek, I saw the film like 20 times, literally like 20 times. I love all Star Trek, but and the JJ films are okay. Discovery I don't love, but I sort of accept the separate Kelvin universe. That film, even though it made about 380 million or something, it lost money. I think it only lost a small amount, and now with residuals and DVD sales now, I think it's actually turned a profit. But why? Because it cost so much. Same with the second film; it cost more than the first film. I think it made about the same, but because it cost more, it was less profitable. And this is a problem that they fall into. They spend too much money on movies. God, what were the other examples? Oh, it's already made more profit. Of course, I already mentioned Wonder Woman, but Aquaman's already made more profit than that. It's catching up on Black Panther. It's catching up on Deadpool. So Arthur's making bank, and in a real way. Not just like Maleficent was number one at the box office last week, but it cost so much money. It doesn't really matter how much it, that it was number one, because it didn't make enough money, and it's not going to make enough money to be really profitable. It may actually, I'm not sure it will turn any profit at all, but if it does, it'll be a small amount. Now, on to Joker's actual box office. Let's have a see where it's up to at the moment. Domestic, 256 million. International, 490 million, because that hasn't been updated. So worldwide, 747. But it's weeklies, and I'm just on Box Office Mojo. You can check this out yourself. I shouldn't tell anyone that. They might not watch my videos. If it's weekly, I want to look at its weekly. I looked at it before and I wrote it down, but I can't remember. First week was 137 million. Second week was 80 million. And this last week, just past October 18 to 24th, is 38 million. So its daily is down to 2 million. And last Wednesday, basically, which is the last day they have, 2.4 2.45 million, so 2,450,000 for Wednesday. Last Wednesday it was 4,910,000. So it's doing about 50% from the prior week. So they can pretty much estimate how it's going to end up, where it's going to track, and how much it's going to make. And it's going to make, it's probably not going to make more profit than Infinity War Endgame, but it's going to get pretty close. And considering what they spent on it, that's pretty impressive. So I'm just happy to mention that and talk about that, because it's good and it's bad, because I hate the way that they look at not how much the film made and not how many people sat in the seats and watched the film or maybe loved the film, but how much profit it made, and that is based on how much it cost versus how much it made. So I just look at how much it made, because I'm not the studio, and I hate it when audience members, people like you and me, look at how much the film made versus the budget, like we paid for it. Like we should just care if people saw it, if people went to the cinema, if it made money, and if we enjoyed it, and if people talk about it, if people watch it on TV, if people buy the DVD and the Blu-ray and watch it and want a sequel or whatever. That's what matters, not the profit, but the studio, of course, totally different. But I'm going to leave that there. I just want to make a little video on that, and feel free to like or comment, or if you know anything else about the box office, let me know. Comments are good. Thanks. Bye.